Welcome once again to pre-lecture number 3. Today we're going to continue on with looking at a couple of more semiconductor devices, Darlington transistors, which we will be using in some cases as switches for controlling external loads. And then we're also going to introduce phototransistors, which are one of our principal sensors that we'll use in the ME218 series. After finishing up with the transistors, we're going to move on to op-amps and then comparators. Start by talking about the basic behavior of the op-amp and what its characteristics are and how we're going to simplify the actual characteristics to ideal devices and use them to be able to analyze op-amp circuits. We'll go through several examples of analyzing the various configurations of op-amp circuits. Then we'll look at an application example of trying to transform a particular or a given input signal into some related but different circuit or a signal. In fact, particularly we're going to want to be increasing the amplitude of that signal and then changing the average value or the offset around which that time varying signal is oscillating. Then we'll move on to comparators, which share a lot of characteristics with op-amps, not the least of which is their symbol. And talk about how comparators behave, how they are different from op-amps, and how they're similar to op-amps. Then we'll look at the creation of hysteresis, which is something that you're going to want in comparator circuits and something that would be highly undesirable in an op-amp circuit. We'll finish up by looking at a comparator example with a couple of comparators that are designed to tell you when a signal is within a particular range of voltages or between two levels of voltage. As usual, we hope that these sort of theoretical introductions are going to prepare you to come in and in class, we'll work problems not unlike the example that we've presented here. In general, we'll move from fairly well-specified problem descriptions to less specified problem descriptions, where you're going to have to read from the description and actually figure out what are the requirements for the kind of circuit that you're going to need. All right, without further ado, let's move on to Darlingtons.